Hello. Again, welcome to Start Rehab. What I'd like to discuss today, for those seniors that are listening or watching, is the concept and the reminder that when you do this, you're buying the property, not renting. And the reason I bring this up, once you move in, the process for you to complete the reverse mortgage, to pay off the seller, is going to take 6 to 12 months. So if it's been a while since you've owned a home or you've never owned a home, it's easy to fall back into that renter mentality. When you are renting, it's very easy to call the landlord and say, hey, come fix my kitchen sink, or a window breaks. When you're the property owner, you're it. You've got to maintain the property. The $450 mortgage payment that we mentioned in the first video is just that, a mortgage payment. It isn't a rent payment. You're not on the landlord-tenant relationship anymore. There is no landlord. You are going to own the property. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. Now, as I mentioned, this reverse mortgage may take 6 to 12 months to complete, but it's worth completing. One, it pays off the seller. Two, again, as we mentioned in the first video, once you complete that reverse mortgages and the seller is paid off, that $450 mortgage payment stops. You pay no more mortgage payment. You're not paying any rent anymore. You just focus on putting aside money for the real estate taxes, the homeowner's insurance, maintaining the property, and of course your utility bills you use. But we'll get into those particulars a little bit later. But the key to keep in mind is once you pay that, you get that reverse mortgage completed and pay off the seller, that $450 a month stops. Now, there are some things that we have to inquire about for you to qualify for the reverse mortgage. Income and credit don't matter in the typical way. What matters is if you've had a bankruptcy, or if you've had any liens or judgments, tax liens. Do you owe the IRS? These are all things that will prevent you from getting a reverse mortgage. And during the approval process, these are things that we will investigate and look for. Those are the major things. Other than that, it's not a big deal. Fees involved, excuse me, there are some upfront fees. None of these fees go to us at all. You should keep these in mind. Some are needed at the start, some are needed near the end when you complete the reverse mortgage, but you should plan on. The first fee when you're ready to start is $1,500, and that gets paid to the city of Chicago, not to Start Rehab. What that goes for is the cost involved in putting you on title to the home, recording of the deeds and the paperwork, the revenue stamps that go along with that for the city, the county, and the state of Illinois. The next thing you'll need is, on average, about $750 for the first year's homeowner's insurance. When you move in, you got to have that house insured. You got to have it insured because you're going to be the property owner. Heaven forbid there's a fire 3 months down the road. You want to be covered, right? So do we. Homeowner's insurance is important. Plan for that. Down the line, once you move in, you'll have to do a phone consultation with an FHA reverse mortgage specialist. They explain all the ins and outs of your property and the reverse mortgage. And once they talk to you, they will send you a certificate. You cannot complete the reverse mortgage without this certificate. This certificate and the phone consultation will run you $125. The last fee is for the appraisal of the property. The appraisal happens near the completion of the reverse mortgage. The appraisal cost is something that you have to pay for. It'll range $350, $450, depending on the property. 2 flats will be a little bit more. Single families may be a little bit less. Excuse me. Those are the fees involved. This should give you a good basic starting point to determine your finances, if you're ready to jump into a house right away or not. We will be also mentioning in further videos a monthly budget to give you an idea what you can expect on average as a typical example to set aside each month, to see that the income, the household income you will have, not only for yourself or whoever's living with you, just make sure you have enough money to meet these needs as the owner of the property. We will also get into the maintenance of the property, why it's so important, what you have to look for, so on and so forth, and then the steps involved in the process, how you start, how you proceed. So we look forward to the other videos. Any questions, the person you're dealing with will be happy to answer for them. Have a good afternoon. Thank you very much.